Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Today I will be streaming Immo for you, and Immo is going to go up against Ikra and against EG, so that's going to be interesting matches for sure. Let me take you to the garage. There we go. First bit of house cleaning out of the way. There's a 3-minute delay on this stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening. You can watch you can speak whatever language you want in the chat as long as you are polite and civil. And last but not least, there are no rewards for watching the stream aside from the epic gameplay that you get to see. So with that in mind, we have to wait until the timer drops below 3 minutes. I'm actually going to quickly do that to get the notification away. Same with you, because I forgot to do that earlier. But let's go here and let's have a look at the point standing that we've got right now. Reject so far being very strong with 4 points, followed by Appa and Aqua each with 3. Crowley has 2, EG has 2, and Ikra and Immo both have 1, with TQT so far not having any points just yet. So basically, after tonight we'll have 6 games done, and we should be able to see, for the most part, who's going to go through to the top 4, because after that most of it will be clear, because only 1 point can be had after that. So yeah, should definitely be an interesting game. There's a lot on the line for Immo. They have to absolutely win these 2 games in order to have a single chance. And the same goes for Ikra, so this match there's a lot going on. At the same time, EG, if they want to have a chance, they also need to win their game. Well, it's kind of like that for everyone, but like with Rejects and Appa and Aqua, they have a bit more leeway, and that's make things interesting as well. So yeah, we're just waiting for the room to drop below 3 minutes, then we can go in there. And then we can have a look at the teams and the lineups and all of that. And there we go. Ikra already completely ready for Dynasty Spiral. Taking 2 VK90s, 2 VK72s and 3 Ice 4s. That is a lot of armor. No mobility whatsoever. Well, Ice 4 is, compared to the rest, fairly mobile then. But overall it's very not so mobile, but very armored. And on Immo's side, they are still deciding on what to take. We see renamed in a Super Conqueror, as is Martinek. Bigala maybe as well. Let's see, 113 emerging. They still have like 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, so that's plenty of time. So yeah, right now we just wait. Waiting time is also always a bit long for the first round. And that's also like kind of like there's nothing much to do right now aside from to just wait. But there's still, this is why you have 5 minutes, so that you can decide what you want to drive, who's going to drive which tank, what you have to put on it. Because like in cases of the Type 71, which we don't see that often anymore, but still, in cases like the Type 71, you can adjust the roll of the tank by adjusting the equipment. And it's kind of like the same with the other tanks, just less noticeable. So they will be talking about you have to go to that position, so make sure that you have this or that with you, or in your provisions and etc. So they're talking lineups and everything. That's why, especially like for the first game, the wait is always a bit longer, because people then can arrive in peace, and you kind of like need to get into that battle mode of sorts. And now we see 3 Super Conquerors, potentially 3 113s, no, 2 113s, and Mouse and IS-7 for Immo. Again, no fast tanks though. Varta in the meantime on the other side has on ready, but just readies up as I say that. So now we have 50 seconds left, and then we get to go into the game. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a shameless plug. There's a sort of a giveaway happening on my Discord server right now. Basically, if you're playing during this whole boss mode events, you can sign up on my Discord server to get some more prizes. Basically, of the people that sign up through there, the top 5 that has the most victories basically during the event will get a shared missile, and places 6 to 10 will get a CS lease. So basically, you get free stuff. So make sure to join the Discord server and sign up in the channel for it. You might have to wait a little bit before you get a roll, But then you can sign up. You have to post your in-game name, ID and server for that. It's as easy as that. The rest goes all automatically. Wargaming will look at your games. You don't have to keep track or anything. Wargaming will do that for you. And here we go into the first game of the evening. And let's see. Lovely Christmas camouflage on the IS-4 together with the snowman. See, these are the things that I pay attention to. It's not just about the tanks, it's also about how the tanks look. Ikra focusing on base A side. And we see Imor focusing on the base C side. With the IS-7 and the Super Conqueror basically being the Met, so to speak. Postravleni is there to decap. I wonder if Machida is going to be able to cap without getting spotted. He is driving through there. He is having a look. A and C are both getting spotted, both getting capped. Postravleni has been spotted. So has Machida. And both capped the base at about the same time. Split second between them. Shots have been fired, and there you go. Yevgeny takes the first hit there. That's the downside of having the tall tank. But reaction takes one too. Yevgeny relocating. Reaction is still spotted. But for the rest, the teams will now probably dig in and just avoid base B from getting capped. Ampy holding behind there. Postravleni getting some support in the form of the two IS-4s. He is being very careful. And now we have sort of like a slow game going on. Flame takes a little bit of hit, but not much. And for the rest, only Marcinek is currently spotted. Now no one is spotted anymore. Yevgeny gets spotted. Marcinek is right there. They're all just holding positions. Postravleni takes a bit of a hit. Machida getting one in there. And we have the IS-4s now relocating. Flame moving to join. Postravleni being a bit more forwards. The IS-4s are getting spotted. And we see Machida moving in, getting shot at. None of the shots go in though. And Ikra is slowly but surely pushing the map control a little bit. Again, more shots fired, no damage done. We have reaction moving in. He has to be a bit more careful though, he's juicier. And those guns are trained right at him. Marcinek lost a tiny bit of HP. So does Postravleni, hold 59 of it. Realista has been... Oh, he overextended by a lot there. And we have Cosa Nostra now moving in. And that's the thing, when you're up against pro players, it's harder. Realista gets tracked, which is not going to help his case much. He is face hugging. He does want to get the shots in. Base B is being kept. Marcinek's losing a lot of HP. Flame is losing HP as well, but overall Realista got taken out. I think he just overextended. Postravleni is the first one to be gone. Machida is not looking too healthy either. We have renamed there, trying to keep him alive, but now he's losing HP instead. Imor bled too much here. And Ikra is making full use of it. They're angling their tank to make sure that no one can angle against all of them. Bigula is now moving in, driving through the base, and is now facing two VK-72s on his own. Does not get the shot in. He is trying to keep them from capping, but at the same time he's just basically making himself very juicy, and there goes Bigula. Machida moving back. Machida gets taken out. Reaction lands one, but there's only these two left. Reaction and Ball one. And the rest of Ikra is arriving here. There goes reaction, and we are at 1k points, and Ikra has the game. All the tanks vanishing. And it was slowly building, but I think it just fell with Realista pushing all the way there without any backup there. Again, that could have just been miscommunication or anything. And of course, I have more information than they do when I'm in the bird's eye view and all. And I'm not trying to say that he played badly or anything. It's not like that. He can do tons more than I could ever do in the game. But he was alone, and that made him the easiest target for Ikra to go up against. And even though it was a mouse, he was whittled down slowly but surely, without any help from from the rest of him all there. And that gave Ikra a gun advantage after that, and after that they got more aggressive because they had that gun advantage. So now for the second game on Dynasties Pro, we see 4 VK72s, because why not? We see a VK90, and Steve, and an IS4. And on Imor's side, we see 2 IS4s so far. And a VK72. 33 seconds left. And then they all have to have picked the tank. Reaction going into a VK72 now. Marcinek in the Steve. And let's see, Pugula and Balwan still need to look already up. Balwan going into the Kranwagen. And Pugula has definitely made it a close call, but he's now ready in 60p. And let's have a look. 4 VK72s, oh my god, that's a lot of armor. And they can do big booms. Like, I've seen a team of like, what was it, 6 of these work together, and it was glorious to watch, but that's absolutely brutal. Ikra now focusing on the base C side. And Imor seems to be spreading out a little bit. Going a bit into every which way. We've got Skiloid being spotted by Machida and the other way. Postravleni also. And they are holding, they're being very careful. And this might... Realista has been spotted. He knows there's people there, he just doesn't know whom. And there you go, Realista takes the first hit here. More shots exchanged, but no damage being done. And Kozan, oh, that was a good reset at the end there. Balwan takes a hit for that. Base A is now being kept. Kozan Nostra almost has base C. Varta being careful now. Kozan Nostra pushing forward to not get hit, but he is changing his direction. Skiloid losing quite a bit of HP there. Flame also going for the base. This is the thing though, if they have 3 bases... Oh my god, Machida! Is that ping? Or was this just... not a good move? Machida's almost gone. Kozan Nostra is basically just moving in. Renamed users looking the other way. Machida gets taken out. Realista not looking too healthy either. Kozan Nostra right behind him to take him out too. And he is getting shot at. And so far Realista now is 119 points. Kozan Nostra is just ignoring getting shot from behind. Focusing on Realista here. He gets taken out. Base C is being pushed. Psycho, Yevgeny takes him out. Balwan goes down. There goes Varta. And now we just have 2 VK72s. And a Steve in the form of Marcinek. Marcinek is being set upon over there. Postravleni, Marcinek both go down. And Cosa Nostra is surviving surprisingly well. And he's still alive right now. And he's actually getting to survive the game. Even though that weird, like, getting shot from every direction and everything. Again, quick and brutal game here. Ikra so far being very dominant, but now we're moving to a different map. And that might mean a different mindset, kind of like a reset happening. We've seen Imo do incredible things throughout the season, so they can definitely do this. But they have a tough job ahead of them with the form that Ikra is in right now. At the same time though, for both of them, the point is vital if they want to have any chance for the top 4 at all. 1 minute 10 seconds left to go. And we see Ikra taking a VK90, 360 TPs, a Steve, an E5. And let's see. There we go, 360 TPs, 2 Steves, a VK90 and an E5 for Ikra. And on Imo's side, we see an LT arrive, an E5, a Steve, a 60 TP. And, or maybe not, because everyone's on readying. E5's being taken now. They have 34 seconds left to go. They're letting it get quite close, to be honest. Obviously, just changing their direction and intended game. But we see 3 E5s, an LT, a Steve, a 60p, and an IS4 with 10 seconds left to go now. That is cutting it close again. And here we go. Pretty pink camo. And let's see. Ikra focusing on the D side with Postravleni going quite forwards here. C is being kept. D is being kept. Shots are being fired, but that didn't pen. Shots are being fired, but that did actually hit apparently. And Balvan manages to... He's still shooting. Now he's getting out of there though. So we jump on top of the building. You see that now we have the 60 pieces on top of there. Base A is being kept, but look at the trap that is just waiting there. That is 5 tanks lying in wait. Pigula immediately takes multiple hits there. Losing quite a bit of HP. Oh, he gets almost murdered there. Just for crossing over. Imo that has lied so patiently in wait before. Big hit into Marcinek as well from the other side of the map. Back goes a Nostra. And now we have Psycho. Crossing up and over. Potentially to take out Pigula. And he's using the building to not get spotted. Pigula is... And he takes him out. That was absolutely stealthy ninja move, honestly. And they were hoping to get him out of there alive or on top of the ramp behind Marcinek in a more secure location. Marcinek can't really move from there. At the same time we've got Imo pushing on the other side. And they are looking in the other direction. Base A now. You immediately see their reaction. This is actually, I love that when that happens. Like something happens. It can be a tree falling down. It can be a base that's starting to be capped. Varta losing quite a bit of HP there. Shots being exchanged. And as Imo is pushing here, and they now have to push hard, at the same time, we see Martinek getting absolutely brutally murdered here. Machita now being on his own. That 60p shot didn't do much, but that one definitely did. And he's using the building. Varta goes down. But we have a similar situation over here where Machida is just on his own, being absolutely brutally murdered. Cosa Nostra also goes down. Imo is still a gun down. Base C is being stolen. Balwan is moving to try and either decap that or to just survive. Imo now at a disadvantage. Flame has capped the base now. So now we have Imo capping base B. They need the advantage, and right now they're over 100 points behind and one gun down as well. HP wise there's like a whole tank between them. Renamed has managed to cap the base. MP is waiting there. We have Reaction. That is very low on HP. He goes down. Postav Lady does take a shot for that. And now we have MP moving in with Psycho there. This is the thing. They were waiting on each other before just moving in. And there goes Renamed. Realistic actually gets ammo rack. That's not fair. I mean, it was unlikely that they would win anyway, but that's just adding insult to injury, really. And now we just have Bolvan left. There you go. And 900. He's HEing himself. And they actually do not shoot him. Or at least they don't hit him. And he's not managing to HE himself further anymore either. Beautiful game. This was kind of like, I keep saying this with matches, but you have like these moves and counter moves kind of things. And the moment that Imo started capping base A, that's when Ikra started moving on the other side of the map. And it's kind of like they wait for something to happen, but they also know that if X happens, then they need to do Y. And if Y happens, then they need to do A. And if A happens, they need to do K. Or it can be any letter, basically. But it's just, it's interesting to watch like that, because it's just beautiful. At the same time, though, Ikra is now 3-0 ahead. Which means that Imo has to win 4 in a row to win this matchup. And Ikra only needs 1 more win to get the point. So there's a lot riding on this game. They're up for potential match points. And we see Ikra now taking 2 60Ps, a mouse, 2 Steves, an E5 and an LT. Versus 3 Super Conquerors, an LT, a Steve, an E5 and an IS7. And honestly, like these games, they are exciting and they are still tense, and I love that. So let's have a look then. 24 seconds have to go. Imo finally like ready ahead of time. And it's not, it's their right. They technically have until the last second. It just makes me nervous, and I'm a spectator, just to see them not ready up. And I'm like, oh my god, you don't want to have like 6 guns rather than 7 at this stage. Hey Cougar, I forgot to answer your question yesterday, sorry. I cannot give away your camo to someone else, or your prize to someone else, because I already gave Wargame the list. Basically, as soon as I submitted, like, I posted that comment, I gave all the winners through to Wargaming. Also had someone ridicule me for the choices that I made, just because I went with the ones that I liked the most. Which was what I said I'd do, but yeah. Ikra heading a bit towards every direction, but sending Varta to cap the base. And Imo. Potentially now Bolvan is in the bush there. He's not going to cap. Martinek is going to make that move. Balvan still poking. Not making a move there though. Everyone casually waiting. We have the mouse in the bush on the other side. Not currently spotted. And Balvan's deciding to not be there anymore. Machida took the first hit from MP. But there's a lot of tanks there, and Ikra now knows that too. They are still trying to go for the cap base B, also being capped by the mouse. Which is going to be a hard one to decap. MP decides to not be there. But the rest, he looks, this is the thing. This is also a trap, because he's pulling back. And it's obvious that he's pulling back. And Imo knows that he knows that there's a lot of tanks there. What they don't know is that Ikra is now lying in wait. He's not alone. He's got 4 tanks behind him, regardless of where they try to push him from. So he's just pretending that he's alone there. Both teams have 2 bases. Ikra has a slight point advantage. Flame goes and Nostar has been kept and has been spotted now. Flame did take a little bit of a hit, takes another one. And we have Machida. This is cheeky. Look at this. Flame. I thought for sure that he was going to shoot the mouse in the rear there. But they are cheekily making it hard for Flame to survive. Base B is being stolen. We have... This is the thing, it's hard to spectate here. Flame goes down. Foshi. Oh, gap's absolutely deleted. And we have reaction. This is... Oh, I hate this. There you go. Reaction goes down. And now we have them pushing on top. Imo in the meantime capping the 4th base. They are 2 guns down. And they want to take out MP. MP does lose quite a bit of HP. Koza and Nostar going for base B. A is also being capped. They are slowly but surely whittling down MP. We have Machida now arriving behind to take MP out. The JLA takes shots. Postavleni goes out. It is 4v4. 4v3. JLA not looking too healthy either. And this is the thing though. Machida gets taken out. That is too much HP. They basically, if they were to get lucky and get all the low HP targets, they do have the point advantage. Well, they had the point advantage. And now it's just Balvan who is being shot to hell right now. Trying to survive a split second longer. Buck gets taken out. And the game is for Ikra along with the point. Absolutely brutal game again. Sorry for the derp in the camera work. That's partly to do with the tunnels in Faust. That makes it a bit hard to switch around. Amazing though. Well played by Ikra. And let's have a look what the rest is doing. Rejects is still going on. It only like updates once every couple of minutes though. This is these matchup though. These games. That's gonna be intense. And we have EG up against Scotty. That's still happening too. So we're going to watch some replays. Actually, let me have just a quick look. Next game should be in like 40 minutes, but just want to make sure. Yes. I think it's so weird. It's actually put me in like British time rather than my own time zone. I've never understood why it does that, but hey. Let's have a look. I see a camo in the chat, so let's start with the bat chat. I've basically this whole round robin thing has been a thing with bat chats. So why not just continue that? Love that avatar, by the way. Also, by the way, if you have any questions for me, please ask them in English, because I will not be able to understand you. Let's see. I bet you it's such a cheeky tank. It's so much fun, though. I can understand people driving it. He's got a nice little bush there. He does get spotted all the same, though. 1-1. Ooh. Bit too impatient. Well, he didn't really peek out properly there. They are about to have 3 bases, though. That's an issue. He's got a nice house here. But you always have to be careful. The thing is with the Batchat is that he's so juicy and he is getting shot at. And he does take a hit there. Nice tracking shot. And that allows him to get the last one in as well. See, clippers are so much fun. Ooh, yeah, you don't want to get shot by either of those guns. He's so far 3k in, but at the same time, he's in a pretty isolated position, and he has the issue. They are taking base B now, though. That's good. Oh, and he shot good. But now he's just waiting. He's being very careful. The 100 days. Oof. Wow, I don't. These are the cases where I don't really miss the chat, honestly, on EU. Minotaur is also a tough tank to deal with. That's ow. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I think he's going for a campy spot. Not sure I agree with that either. Oh, nice tracking shot there. He might be able to kill. No, he's not peeking out far enough. Nope, he wasn't there. I like how people still expect people to listen to them when they're cussing at people. That's not how that works, though. Nice little fire. Desta's now giving him the evil eye. I mean, they should win this based on points alone. Oh, that was a bit lucky, not gonna lie. I would have reloaded my clip at this point. He should have him though. There we go. The thing is that the capping could have saved Imol. Like, it didn't. I know it didn't. But what I mean is that it could have, in the way that it's base cap can definitely affect the outcome of a tour battle, like Lyria, of course. But I mean, like, if you have a lot of pressure and if the team stays alive long enough, it might have helped them over the edge. But in this case, Ikra was just too strong and too focused together. Lovely game in the bad chat. Honestly, I should do like little competitions more and everything. Let me know if you like that idea. Like little competition as in like run them for a week. And just have be like person that does the most damage or the most XP, base XP in a specific tank. Then get something or something. Would that be a fun idea? I'm actually... Cougar just asked, what do you think of the new neon camos for the RU251 and the bat chats? Wasn't a fan of bright camos, but the latest ones seem to fit the cut of my jib, lol. I do not like the one for the RU. It's very colourful, don't get me wrong. It clashes a bit in my opinion. Also, by the way, I have another bat chat game. So let me start that first before continuing to talk. I like the bat chat one though. I can do without the flashy screen at the back, but I like the way that the camera looks. I like animated cameras, don't get me wrong. I want to find the combination of like colorful camo and not too distracting. And if it's like animated and it's subtly animated, like the E50M, the evolved monster kind of thing, I forgot the name, Evo, I think it's Monster Evo. That doesn't distract, it just looks cool. But if something is too flashy, it will distract you from what you're doing, and that can be a problem. I think he found some tanks. I can't believe the grill's not getting shot for just poking there despite being spotted. Oh, there you go. I was thinking, it's about bloody time you got shot. That is a special place for an AMX-50B to be. But yeah, I'm trying to think of things that will make the game more interesting for people. And I don't mean like... I can't do game-changing things, but I can make like little competitions or whatever. And see if maybe I can even get Wargame to sponsor something like that. Because that would be fun. Just nothing too complicated, but just fun, you know? He's a bit in danger now. His teammate also, like, driving headlong into him is not probably gonna help. Oh, there's the grill. He's still there. The poor grill, though. That's not how you drive a grill, just for the record. I love a lot of the new colorful camos, don't get me wrong. I like the way this guy plays, because with 5v3, it should definitely be their game. But he's also not afraid of just taking a hit. And it's good to take a hit when you know you've got the HP to take it, and when it helps ensure the victory by keeping your teammates alive. He's being very cheeky. Now he needs to be careful with his HP though. But we have a Yaktiga there. Ooh, ooh, there you go. Now he's fired though. Oh dear. There we go. I just go for it at this stage. There we go. Beautiful. Very brutal. Well, not necessarily brutal. Very cheeky game. Let's put it that way. See, Slimy Cookie just said, I got a warning from Wargaming for passing the advice in a message. Please try and learn not to camp in bushes right at the back of in heavy. Like, if you phrase it that politely, though, they shouldn't warn you for that. Because the thing is that you shouldn't camp at the back in heavy. That's not what they're for. And no, there's also like, whenever you say something that, people will come back at you like, yeah, but what should I do then? YOLO? And there's like a gazillion positions between camping at the back in heavy and YOLOing in. There's so many different positions. And one, basically the fact that you shouldn't YOLO and that you shouldn't camp at the back, that doesn't mean that you should do the other. It just means that you need to find a position that works. And find a position where you can hold. Or where you can do damage. And where you can be effective. It's the same reason why I hardly ever play the Death Star. I don't like camping at the back. It's boring as hell. So yeah. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Ooh, we got the spaghetti game from Agassi. I keep wanting to say Agassi. I know it's Agassi, but yeah. Let's see. But it's just people and this is partly Wargaming's fault, because when we had update 5.5, they removed a whole lot of the tech trees of the lower tiers in the tech trees, and the issue with that is that it meant that there was little to no incentive for new players to learn the game at their leisure and to just stay in the lower tiers as they slowly learned the basic skills of the game. And that's an issue, because right now people are rushing through the tiers, and then a month or two after 5.5, then we got the whole oof, he's getting lucky not to get shot to hell for that. But yeah, a month or two after 5.5 was released, then Wargaming also started introducing the ×5 certs. And it's continuously stuff like that that allows people to rush more and more through the tiers. And Wargaming is working to fix those kind of things, but that takes time. And it's kind of like you have a broken car door and you're trying to stick it to your car with duct tape. And yes, that will hold, but it's not a permanent solution. And sometimes it kind of feels like that with the problems and solutions that we have in the game, that they're just doing that more rather than focusing on fixing the car door. Let's stick with the metaphor. So yeah, that's the thing. Oof, yeah, that's beautiful. There goes Fujit. Yes, this is kind of thing. In a way, he's camping, but in a way, he's being effective as he does so. That's not the part to aim for. That is... No, you should have just premoed. Oh, he does take a big hit for that. But yeah, it's kind of like things like that. Update 5.5 is where a lot of the problems in game that we still face now came from in my opinion. And for the most part, that includes the lack of a learning curve. And I don't blame the players for that, because if you have no incentives to stay in the lower tiers, they are not going to learn the basics in the lower tiers either. Which means that you're going to go to the high tiers, where every mistake that you make is punished a lot more harshly. And then you still have to make it work somehow. Only that you're not going to be able to make it work because you lack the basic skills that you should have learned, which you're trying to learn now, which you're getting punished for not doing them properly. Etc, etc, etc. So that's my little bit of a rant. It's not all lost. Wargaming is trying to add more duct tape. And the duct tape might do the job. But I do wish that... That's also the thing. Like, at some point... This is not... Ooh, did you see that? Immediately that spot was shot at. You have to be careful, because he can still shoot you there. The thing is that... With the new things that we get in the game... Part of it is to encourage people to learn more and everything. But then you have the... oh, how do you call those videos? The tutorial videos that they made for some maps at some point. And when they made that for those maps... He's spotted now. Oh, that was a bit lucky. Nothing wrong with lucky, don't get me wrong. But yeah, with the tutorial videos, then basically those were made on the advices of CIS players. But the thing is, what works in CIS might not work for other servers, because depending on the size of the servers, they play differently. The servers are not the same. They each have their own kind of map tactics and everything. And it doesn't help to... No, don't HE a mouse. Actually, if you're ever wondering, this is why you bring more premo than what you've got. Just to not even have to wonder about that. That is beautiful. He needed to die. So it's just them 2 versus 3. And the CC is tough tank to deal with. Ooh, don't get hit. Oh, he's very low on HP, and he is getting shot at. Patience, young Padawan. Oh, I would love a comical thing. Oh, that was very lucky, not gonna lie. He's not really daring to peek out. Please kill, please kill. Nice! Ooh, that hurt. That did not hurt. Thing is, they don't have enough time, that's an issue. He kind of has to troll him into shooting and then rush somehow. They don't have much time though. This is way too intense. I would have gone around then. Around the little hill. There you go. Like that. Just like that. "16 seconds. That is not a lot of time. Nah. Oh my god. That is pain. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. Beautiful game though. That should have honestly been a win and an ace. That would have been glorious. The only thing here that take more promo. And basically I am glad that you are using promo. I'm just saying take more, use more. In my case, I've got this tank. This ammo loadout is usually how I take it. same amount of AP, same amount of Premo, and then 6 to 10 shells of HE, depending on what tank it is and depending on how much ammo they can take. And the reason that I do that is there's one of my favorite movies is Alien vs Predator, and there's this reference in there where basically someone wants to bring a gun on the ice, and then someone says 7 seasons on the ice and I've never seen a gun using someone's life, and then I've never seen someone using a gun, and then the girl goes, I don't intend on using it. So the other woman goes, so why bring it? And she goes, and this is like fabulous, same reason you'd bring a condom. I'd rather have one and not need it than need it and not have it. But it's the same with the gun, and it's the same with Premo. At the end, you're better off wasting credits because you've got no more AP and you have to spend Premo, which with Eat, of course, you need to be a bit more wary about because of tracks and stuff. But overall, it's really helpful to have it because then you also don't need to mind it. Like, the reason that I take loadouts like this is that I can spam it to my heart's content, regardless of what tanks I meet. Like, if I meet an IS, I can Premo it. I'm not with an IS, you don't generally need to. But like an IS-3 or any of the VK tanks or a Tiger or a Jagd Tiger or basically anything, if I can easily pen it with AP, perfect. If I can't easily pen it with AP, I just switch to Premo and I Premo the hell out of them, and it gets them out of the game and it helps me win. But yeah, also that's also why I use calibrated shells on everything. And I mean everything, even big guns, because that also means more HE pen and everything, so yeah. Let's have a look. We still have about 15 minutes left before we get the next thing. I'm out of backchat replays, honestly. Let's see what else have I got for you. I can't deal with another heartbreak. I've got one replay where I know it's a heartbreak. Let's go with this one then. Let's have a look. Annie. OP tank. Oh my god, no! Nuno is one of my favorite people. Also, he might be Belgian, but he knows like a gazillion languages. It's amazing. Agazi means teacher? So he does get spotted there, so someone is there, we just don't know exactly where. Has to be careful not to over angle. He's being very careful here. They already lost tank, well so did they. He's not staying there. Oh, near ammo rack there. There's an Action X. Action X is kind of like the anti-annihilator. That and the Gravedigger, for instance. Also, it's kind of weird. Three, 2, 1. Nice, now he's a one shot. Scorpion G is gone. So slow. They kind of need to take the guns out. Nice. Bit all over the place here, but it does work. Action X shouldn't survive this. Shark gets him though. Let's see. Helsing definitely in need of some help. He actually bounces though. Well done. There's the cannonball. There goes the shark. 2v2. Oh, this is not comfortable. Now it's 1v2. And he can potentially one clip the 53. I'm not sure what he's doing. Let's see. Technically speaking, cannibals should eat him alive. He is probably going to be eaten alive. That was very needed. Double speed boost running. He has to be very lucky if he wants to win this. You can't just keep running. It doesn't really work like that. Unless, of course, you track people, then it helps and might work. Oh my god, he bounced on his butt. No, I didn't mean, and this is like the primal thing was more meant in general. I'm mainly just talking about that because a lot of people are afraid to use Premo. Oh my god. How did that bounce though? Did he not reload? He didn't reload his clip. He capped the one shot. Okay, that now I understand how he won. He didn't reload the clip. Brilliant game this though. It's not even an ace, but it's a lovely game. I think he carried. Let's see, I think we got time for one more. Let's see. Death Star game. Starburst camo. Whoop, whoop.
Let's get this show on the road.
Overall, just to be clear, by the way, Agassi, I know you're a great player and you do great things. I mean, in general, people tend to not use Premo, which in this case, it can nerf them a lot. And I'm not saying that I'm a perfect player, definitely not. And I'm not saying that all my shots go in. But I use whatever I can to make my shots go in, and that includes like calibrated shield and stuff like that. I think I've already shown this one, but it's a fun game. I'll take it. Spaghetti there. Ooh, just not putting back far enough. But Jack is waiting patiently. Ever so patiently until he does that. But yeah, I am a definite gold noob. There's no denying that. I am the clan leader of the Gold Noob Association. I named my clan after Premier Usage. No, don't pull back. And that's the end of him. Let's see. Yo is over there. Oh, Desta doesn't have any targets currently though. Hash loaded. Hash aimed. But he's not pulling back. Oh, there he goes. See, when the Desta works, it really works and it's glorious. But for the most part, I don't like it. I don't like the way it drives. I don't like the way you have to play it the most effectively. I'm not patient enough. None of that works or helps with driving this tank. You need to be patient. Yeah, that D77 definitely threw out the other game. He does get spotted. Oof. 4k damage being done so far. His spaghetti is going to need help. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, drive on. No, he's being too careful, that yo. You can't shoot him like that. Let's see. You know the yo is there. Oh, beautiful. A lit up like bonfire night. Sheridan moving in. Needs to get the kill. Does not get it. But that one does. 3v3. Spaghetti should get the Death Star. There he goes. 113 should go down. And does not. Joe is still trying to shoot him. Spaghetti should move in and kill him though. The 113 days. Beautiful. Now there's just the Yo. Oh, now he's crossing the bridge there. The thing is though, yes, the T77 threw hard. Because he didn't... Oh, low roll. Because he didn't reload his clip in the meantime. He should have eaten the Annie alive. But you have to keep in mind that most players lose more than they win. Most players don't know that if you double tap the ammo button that you will reload your clip. He probably thought that, oh my god, I have to shoot in order to get rid of it. But I still have a shot. I can't waste a shot. Beautiful game this. Very brutal. Jack being quite mean here. Let's see, do we have an invite yet? Yes, we do. And out we go. Imo versus EG is up next. Let's have a look at the scoreboard, shall we? See, the thing when the Death Star works, it just really, really works. And I know that. I just can't get it to work. Ooh, Aqua won that one. They're up against Crawley next. Rejects won their match as well. And they're up against Appa next. That's also going to be a tough one. EG won. They still have Aqua left tomorrow. That's also going to be an interesting game. Like right now, Ikra has to win, but they're up against Appa in the last Concord. And I say that because basically Rejects, Appa and Aqua are the ones to beat. And Appa, yes, they have lost matches. But still, they're such a tough team though. So yeah, a lot depends on what happens here, and a lot depends on basically it's between Appa, EG and Ikra right now. Pretty sure we can say that Rejects and Aqua are safe. Kama, I agree. I don't load usual HE on the desktop at all. I only load hash. Well, and AP of course, but I mean like I don't load regular HE because it doesn't actually do anything. It may cost less, but I honestly don't care. I've got plenty of credits and never play without prem time. 2.5 minutes left to go before we go into the first game. We're starting it off on Yukon. 4 bases. Ah, for healing purposes, yeah. On in-game modes, I guess he says. But yeah, I honestly, when you play, I don't think you should ever worry about credits. That's why when you're new players, I usually say to have like at least 1 million of spending money, and as you get further into the game, make that 10 million or make that 20 million. Then you never have to worry about spamming Premo. Because in the end, if you win a game, then you also earn more credits. So spending credits can help you earn more credits, so to speak. But yeah. 1.5 minutes left to go. EG ready with 2 Super Conquerors, 6 TTP, 2 Steves and IS7 and IS4. And on Emo's side we see 2 Steves, 2 IS7s, an IS4, a 215B and a Type 71. With just over a minute left to go, everyone is ready. And let's see what this night will bring us, because after tonight it should be fairly clear who is through to the top 4. There's not much leeway anymore. That being said though, Appa not being secure in the top 4 actually has me really surprised, because they are so strong. I still need to look back at the matches yesterday for that. But yeah. 30 seconds left. Well, 25 now. And then we'll have a look. Oh yeah, sure, send it. I won't be able to show it in streams anymore, because tomorrow there's only 1 match up, so no break time. Aside from maybe waiting for some matches. So yeah, definitely send it in. Also, I have to point out that we have Parole, Pariana, Pego, Palvar, Pinchester, Pamantha, and Milk. Basically, EG changed their names to P names. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Pego. Pinchester is going towards base B. Imo, on the other hand, is focusing more on the base D section. Realista not quite going into the base yet either. EG contends to push at base A. but not quite going in there. They don't know where Imo is at right now. And the only thing that Imo knows is that EG is in the B and A direction. They don't know exactly who's where. Pego, he's like quite alone here. C and D now being taken. And we have Reaction taking the first hit. C almost gone. Does not get reset there. Shot did not quite go in. And EG is content to hold. And there we go. EG having a bit of a advantage here. And we have Imo pushing into the base. Pego is there. So is Pariana and Palfar. No damage is being done just yet. They do still have gun advantage. They just don't know it yet. And EG is in positions where they can hold more, which means that it will be up to Imo to push into those positions, which is a larger risk at losing HP. And EG is content to wait. We've got milk in the barn. As long as I don't bump into anything, we can have a look here. This is that's what I mean. Machita shot but didn't pen. But all the positions that you see EG in are holding positions. They're also positions where they can quickly react if one of them gets pushed. Like we have Pariana over there. Winchester can shoot in both directions if he wanted to. Pego and Palfar in the corner. And Imo is waiting. Like they aren't that behind on points. Technically all they need to do is sit in base B for a while. But that's also why EG stacked their tanks there, to make sure that that doesn't happen. Machita putting back. Parole and Pimantha both calling attention to parts of the map. And like everyone is just currently patiently waiting for stuff to happen. And so far nothing is happening. We have Machita now lurking around. And everyone is just holding and waiting, waiting and holding. Renamed and Machita. And now we have Marcinek and Foshi arriving at the back there as well. Big hits into renamed. And now they're noticing that Pariana is there as well. Renamed moving in. They're changing directions to Marcinek because juicier tanks make juicier targets. They want to take out Pego. And we have EG responding, also putting back more towards the corner. Pego is not looking too healthy, but neither is Marcinek. He's the first one to go down to Pinchester. Foshi has some lag there, does not manage to kill Pego. Machida manages to track him, but does not kill him. There goes Foshi, renamed user is gone. Machida being focused on this we're already at points actually. I love it when that happens. Like I'm so involved in everyone shooting everyone that I don't even notice the bases. Basically, Imo had to push because that was close, but then they lost tanks and that just pushed them over the edge and made them win. Those shots though, Pego, honestly, luckiest guy alive. One and a half minute left before we go into the second game on Yukon. Anything can still happen. But this was such a patient game though, and then someone is forced to push because EG had the point advantage. That was Imo. And EG just had their tank stacked so well, they just didn't know exactly where the push will come from. So they were prepared for both directions basically. Well played. We now see Pinchester in the grill. Or maybe not. Imo, on the other hand, is taking a 215B, 2 Steves, 2 IS7s, a 60p, and potentially a 113. Versus 2 Steves, an IS7, an LT, a 215B, a 60p, and a VK72. That's quite a different tank than the Grill. And let's see. 25 seconds left to go before we go into the game. And let's see. See, I say that a lot, but that's kind of like, I don't really have anything to say. And then let's see, it's kind of like in, we have this Dutch thing that's called the stop word. It's kind of like a thing that you use a lot, even though there's no real reason for it. Let's see, is that. But here we go. Parole. It's actually going the other. I want to go, there you go. I wanted to go to Parole. The thing is, like, there's a way to go to specific tanks directly, and I tend not to, because those keys involve Windows functions, and that really confuses my laptop. Machita and Parole spotting each other. Parole taking the first hit. He's not alone. Big hits into Machita there. He's the preferred target. Pinchester takes a hit. And now we have Machita trying to pull back. Rename user trying to keep that from happening. Oh, there goes Machita. Parole not looking too healthy, also being focused on. And there goes Rename. There goes Parole. Guns are disappearing left and right, and as we enter the brawl stage very early on. Pamantha arriving behind Marcinek. And there he goes. The Hash doing his job here. Foshi now in trouble. This is why you take the 215B, because Hash. And now we have Pariana arriving as well. Hash also does that though. There goes Foshi. Pinchester has been taken out. But there's only 3 guns left for Imo. 2 guns left for Imo. Trying to get my camera behind there. And we have Balwan being the preferred target here. And now there's just reaction. Milk still goes down. But it is 4 very healthy guns versus Reaction, who just got nuked. Very, very brutal game. Cougar was shouting, points, points, look up. Oh, you're absolutely right there, though. This is the thing. My head's not in the right space, and I'm loving the games, but I am missing things, and it's really bugging me. Because I don't notice things that I would usually notice, and I know that I'm better than that. But yeah, that's my health for me. Concentration is basically not something I can manage for a long, long time. And that comes out in stuff like this. I can't trust my head. And it's annoying. 1 minute left before we go into the 3rd game of this matchup. We're going to go to Black Goldville. Ilmore taking 2 E5s, 2 Steves, an IS7 and an LT. And EG is taking 2 IS7s, 2 Steves, a 215B, a Sheridan. Oh, 2 215B, sorry, and a Sheridan. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm registering 2, but for some reason I only say 1. This is echt. Well, let's have a look. No match pointers yet. But anything can still happen. But Imo will have to find their footing quickly if they want to bring this around. And we've seen them do amazing. Like, even these games, like, the games can be somewhat brutal. While Imo is playing really well. It's just EG is playing better. Let's see if they can bring this around. Here we go. Also, just want to point to the fact that Pamantha there has the Octopus X camo, which is glorious. Still wish that will come out, like, that I can actually buy it, because I'm not pro enough to get it. Pariana Prande. Going towards the middle. You kind of have to really pronounce those P's then, though, don't you? Pariana Prande. Renamed user has been spotted. Pariana Prande takes a hit. Milk being very, very forwards here. That's an interesting way of playing. I'm not sure that that's going to go down well. He's in a very precarious position right now. Forshi takes some damage. Most of EG pushing into the hills there. Forshi being pushed by Peko and Perot and Palfar and Pamantha and Pinchester. I'm having fun with these names though, honestly. Forshi losing more. Oh, that was a big hit there. And he goes down. Marcinek will be the next lighter tank. Again, look at the HP just vanish. And there he goes. And now, poor Machida does not want to be there anymore. Has no choice because he keeps getting tracked and rammed. And taken out by Parole. Balwan is losing a lot of HP. Realista is being pushed here. Parole, on it, Pariana Prande is actually still alive, mind you. Reaction. Getting focused on Pariana Prande goes down. Realista does too. Renamed user is gone. Balwan has 28 HP left. Might still take out Milk here. Reaction in the gorgeous camo wants to take out Pego. Does not get to do that. Will probably not be able to reload. Balwan goes down and there goes Reaction and the game is for endgame. These are very brutal games, but it's kind of like, it's working. Thank you, Cougar. That's really sweet of you. Like, these games are getting to be over very, very quickly here. Because now EG is up for match point and the aggression that EG is showing here, they just have not a care in the world. They're just going for it. And the thing is that you have to play like it's going to be a tactical game, which is why people are going to be spread out on the map. But when EG wolf packs like that, and even though they didn't seem to be, because you have Pariana Prande and Milk in the middle like that, and it was a precarious position that Milk was in, but that kind of just threw off. It's kind of like a not so much a trap as a fake move, let's say. So now with 56 seconds left to go, we see EG ready with a Super Conqueror, a 60TP, an LT, an IS-7, 2 Steves, and AMX-54. Unless Pamantha and Parole change their tanks. And we see Imor getting ready with an LT, 2 Steves, 2 Super Conquerors, and 2 IS-7s. Potential match point for EG here. It means I'm getting a phone call. I'm in the middle of a stream. I definitely can't call right now. 13 seconds left to go. And here we go. Countdown clock has begun. And let's see. Pinchester wants to go to base C, or at least calls attention to it. That's the thing, when they do that, you never know is that where they're gonna go or not. Ball 1 being quite forwards, heading towards base A. Most of EG heading into the different direction. He's not going into the base, he's using the bush to see if anyone is coming. Yati is not, but there is a Super Conqueror and IS-7 coming. He's not spawning them yet. Balfire has been spotted. Now Parole has too. Balwan has been spotted as well, renamed, has taken a little bit of a hit. And Balwan is going to go for the cap. C at the other side is also being capped. Have renamed in reaction. Taking position here. Reaction pulling back further. Shots being fired. But both bases have been kept. Imo has ever so slight advantage. But Realista might be in trouble. Loses a lot of HP here. Can't really go either way without getting shot. Foshi and Marzinek are there though. Pinchester taking a little bit of a hit. Balfire spotted. Milk is... Nice bounce there though by Milk. I'm not sure if that was intentional or just luck. Pinchester holding. Just letting himself get spotted to make sure that he can see who's there. Renamed, losing a little bit of HP in a precarious position there. We've seen tanks go there and it's a good position, but at the same time people are learning how to deal with positions like that. Balwan taking a big hit. Milk looking in Realista's direction, which means that he can't actually move from there. He also can't take the shot. And now we have EG moving in. Foshi and Marzinek deciding they don't really want to be there anymore. Using their speed boost to get out. They do lose some HP as they do so. And Imo is not really responding to what's happening there. Realista in trouble. Loses more HP. Loses more HP. Balfar does take another hit. Base C is being kept. Realista is almost gone. Parole takes him out. Pamantha going up. Parole coming down. Base B is being kept, but renamed is almost gone. Parole is pushing Machida out of the base. Pamantha is looking in the other direction. Renamed is still trying to get shots in, but does not really have that luck. Has to be very careful not to get hit there. Does bounce that. Foshi does too. Machida goes down. Bounce on Pego. There goes renamed. Reaction goes down, and now it's 7 versus 3. There goes Foshi. Parole getting him from pretty much arriving behind them. Marzinek gets taken out, and now it's just Balwan. Last man standing in the last game of this evening, and EG has it. I actually had pizza today. But Aegis is really, really strong here. It's not that Imo is playing bad, it's just Aegis playing better. In this case though, when EG pushed into the caves with 4 tanks, they knew that there were 4 tanks there. I don't quite understand why Imo didn't make use of that. But they just kept holding in the other positions. And that I think was their chance. But Aegis just held and then pushed on and slowly but surely cleaned house. Overall though, really wonderful games. Exciting games, brutal games. But good games. And let's see what else is happening. This one is one I'm really curious about. Ikra Also still going, I think. Would have a bit loaded. They're up against Crowley. And of course, we're awaiting Ikra versus DQT as well. It's not over yet. Anything can still happen. But EG is slowly but surely securing themselves a place because they're now at 4 points. So if Aqua wins against Crowley, this is also the thing, like if Appa tomorrow, there's a lot riding on that. Depending on what happens in the other matches, it will also decide who's in the top 4. It's not all, like the teams that we're waiting for, Appa and EG and Ikra, mostly, and Crowley as well, to be fair. Actually, no, I think for this match, but I mean, yeah, if they win this matchup, that's gonna be tough though. Not impossible, but definitely tough. Like, what happens in this round determines whether or not people can reach the top 4, because otherwise you can only get 1 more point. So yeah, I'm going to show you some replays. I am going to wait a little while longer to see if the matches end. Let's see, what else have I got for you? I don't think I showed this one yet. See, that's the thing. I also got these lovely, lovely replays. I also like, when I stream tours, I always feel like it's my primary goal to say what's happening, why it's happening, and what needs to happen in order to get a certain result. Like with the points, they need to get the bases, they need to push, because the one that has the point advantage just needs to hold, they don't need to push. And it means that you can force the other team to push into your positions. You will always lose more HP trying to push into a position than trying to hold a position. Depending on how many tanks versus how many tanks, of course. Let's see. But yeah, I did actually have pizza today. Ooh, that is cheeky. There's a big TD there. Who's not looking in this direction. Nice shot. That means I'm having a quick look to see who called me. It's actually my step-nephew. I'm just sending him a quick message to ask if everything is okay. I'm not sure if that banned. It would be glorious if it did, though. He mainly has to be careful of the Death Star. Death Star's behind the building now. Nice 4. Oof. There you go. Apparently everything's okay, so it's all good. 5A arrive. Nice bounce. I mean, this is a bit lucky, to be honest, but hey, we'll take it. Yeah, you can't. This is the thing, like, if you're up against so many tanks, you can only angle in so many directions at once. He's AFK. That did actually hit. Steadily farming. See, that's the thing with an AFK. Yes, I would do this too, because if he wakes up and he's got a full clip, he can be very, very deadly. That's a low roll. There we go. Just 2 tanks left. Forces at B. They do need to be careful though. Don't know where their Met is. Oh, there he is. Nice tracking shot. He will still eat one for that, I think. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Nice. Ramming speed. Yeah, poof. Ah, not the ram, but nice. Oh, I'm not gonna get the token, to be honest. I'm gonna be happy if I get the camouflage. Cause I don't play that much right now. Cause I can't concentrate. Cause that's the thing. I still carry 67% right now, but at the same time, when I know I'm having a day where I can't focus, I don't want to play because I know that my games are gonna be poop and I won't be able to carry. Lovely little game here. Let's see. What are the scores like? I think things are still happening. That one is still going. Ikra did win, which I think means that Crowley is out. Yeah. So basically, Ikra has 5 points, EG has 4, Appa versus Rejects is still going. Ikra won their game, so that's very important. Basically, if Appa wins this game... Well, no, they still have tomorrow. But then it's between these 5 teams, really. And let's see, tomorrow we have... That might determine who is through. That's gonna be awesome. Oh. So yeah, that means that pretty much Appa is either going to have 4 points. And what happened between Ikra and EG? EG won that, so head-to-head score, that will mean that EG is through. But it might be between these two tomorrow. And that's the thing though, like if Appa wins from Rejects now, and then Ikra wins from Appa tomorrow, that probably means that Ikra would be through, maybe? Yeah, because that's the head-to-head then. And of course also depending on what EG does. They're up against Ikra tomorrow, but they lost to Appa and they won from Ikra. This is not confusing at all. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what the scores are. I want to know how this match ends. And let's see what happened with TQT. Let's see. Oh, that day, of course. Yeah, Ikra won. So this is the match that we're waiting for, the results. And it is exciting. It doesn't like update the whole time. So let's just click away notifications and stuff and glowy thingies in the garage. Of course, this is my press account, so none of this matters. It's kind of funny, those animations, though, the whole comic kind of thing. I hate that notification of the missions, and I don't want to click that because it takes too long. Come on. This could go all the way to the tiebreaker, to be honest. Like, I mean, personal missions, I get it. But I actually have the easier run on this account. And I would like that a lot more. Because that would actually be manageable. But, like, I have the 300 win thing on my main account. And I can't manage that. I don't play that many games in 14 days. Let alone win that many games. And I kind of get it. Because Wargaming wants us to play more and everything. I'm just keeping checking the score. I might just play another replay, to be honest. If it doesn't update yet. Oh, rejects 1. That is hella interesting. So that means rejects is definitely safe. Aqua is definitely safe. EG has a tough job tomorrow. And then it's all about these 3 though. EG, Appa and Ikra. They can potentially all go through. They can all be knocked out as well. Kind of like if... Well, no, it actually depends on... This is not confusing at all. Like, EG already has 4 points. That means that Appa or Ikra, whoever wins that matchup is through. And that completes the top 4. That is how it works tomorrow. This game is the game to watch. Because this decides the last person to enter the top 4. Rejects, Aqua and EG are all through to the top 4. And it will be either Appa or Ikra that completes it. So yeah, that's... Oh, can't wait until tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. So yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for bearing with me. And apologies for the brain derps. And I will see you all tomorrow. So have a lovely evening. And I'll see you all then. Good night.